Hello, my name is Sunny Snyder. It's July 31st, 2019, and I will be discussing Meningeal syndrome. Meningeal syndrome is a result of the meninges being irritated. The meninges are three thin layers of tissues that cover the brain and the spinal cord. The Meningeal syndrome can be caused by blood, cancer cells, or substances from the breakdown of the cells that get into the cerebrospinal fluid. Main manifestations of the syndrome include stiff neck, headache, and fever. Another common manifestation is altered state of mind. So this syndrome is part of the nervous system syndrome. And as we previously learned throughout all of our classes up to this date, the nervous system is a complex network of nerves that carry messages to and from the brain and spinal cord to other parts of our body. So there are other syndromes that we've also learned about in this category of the nervous system. Parkinsonism is one of these syndromes, and this is categorized by affected movements. So it's usually tremors, difficulty moving, and rigid muscles. Another nervous system syndrome I will discuss is motor syndrome. This is also dealing with movements. This is more spastic, uncontrolled movements such as tremors, jerks, or twitches. Another syndrome in this category is central sensitive syndrome. And this is when your body becomes super sensitive to pain and your pain tolerance is lower. So your body has a heightened sensitivity and extreme discomfort. There are many different kinds of diseases that fall under meningeal syndrome. Bacterial, I'll be discussing bacterial, viral, fungal, and also parasitic diseases. So bacterial meningitis is the most serious form of meningitis. It can result in death. It's extremely contagious, and it's caused by bacteria entering your bloodstream and spreading to the brain. This can be transmitted through coughing, sneezing, kissing. Actually, when I was at University of Maryland, there was a huge outbreak of bacterial meningitis in the dorms because of the close proximity to everyone. Meningitis is the most common form of meningitis, and it is mainly caused from non-polio enteroviruses. It can also be caused from herpes simplex virus as another example. People at high risk of this viral meningitis are children under 5 and people with weaker immune system because they're more susceptible. Fungal meningitis is more on the rare side, and it's caused from fungus spreading in your bloodstream to the spinal cord. Again, people with a weaker immune system are more susceptible. Another kind of meningitis is parasitic meningitis, and this is not contagious, and it's actually transmitted through infected food that humans eat that have the parasites. Parasites can be found in feces, soil, food, animals, and when humans ingest this, they can get parasitic meningitis. There are preventative measures to avoid meningitis. You can get a shot, keep your immune system strong, careful who you become in contact with, and it is all of the meningitises I discussed all share common ways they are spread, the common symptoms, which include the stiff neck, fever, headache. Headache is the main telltale sign, cardinal sign. And it's important to take any symptoms and signs you have very seriously because it can lead to permanent brain damage and even potential death.